Good morning. Currently outside the gym, about to go and hit legs. So I figure why not take you guys along and show you guys how I train adaptively. Okay, I think today is a perfect example because my hamstrings and calves are still quite sore from the previous session, right? So today, in terms of the adaptive style, right? So usually when this happens, my quads are fine, right? So what I will do is I will just focus on training those muscles that are not sore. Okay, so don't just because your hamstring and calves are sore, don't make it an excuse to skip legs, right? So we still try to train around it. So today will be a quad focus leg workout. Let's go. Okay, so first movement of the day is going to be a compound. So usually I like to start off with leg curls, right? But since today my hamstring are sore, I'm not going to do that, right? So you're going to be hack squat. So warm up first. I will usually do about 12 to 20 reps. Okay, just to find a good range of motion. So for this hack squat, I'm really trying to go wide because I want to target my inner thighs. And also, I'm trying to go as deep as possible. So the lower you place your feet, right, you'll activate more quads. The higher, more hamstring and glutes, right? So you want to be able to place your feet as low as possible. So you can activate the maximum quads. Okay, I didn't count. But just do until you feel relatively warm. Okay, it's about there. Okay, so today's plan was to go as heavy as possible, right? But as warming up, you have a good idea whether you can do that. In my previous warm-up set, I was feeling my right knee seems to feel slightly weird. Right, but let's just warm up. Okay. 12 reps. Okay, much better. So how heavy I'll go today depends on how I feel throughout the warm-up, right? So gonna add another 10 and see how it goes. So second warm-up set, about 8 reps. Same stance, same depth. Okay, just make sure the feet are even. Okay, let's go. Okay. Yeah, definitely feeling better. Last warm up set. Okay. About 4 reps. Okay. Okay. Feels good. Okay. First working set. So, not sure how I want to proceed with this, but I want to be staying around the 8 to 12 rep range. Okay, let's see how much I can do. Okay. Okay, two more. Okay. Okay, one more. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay, right now I'm super gassed. So I was aiming for around 8 to 12 reps. Okay. At about the 12 rep, I know I could still get one more. Okay, so this is what I mean by training hard, right? So what I had in mind is 8 to 12, but I can do more, I'll just do more. Okay, so that is definitely an A plus set for me. Okay, it's also a all-time PR. Okay, I think the last time I did this weight was around, I think I only got 8 or 9 reps. Okay, so today 13. I'm not sure if I'm going to maintain this weight or drop and do 5 reps. But most likely, I think I'll maintain this weight. Since I got 13, so I still have a lot of room. Okay, so like your first set and your second set, especially if you go so hard like this, right? Most likely, you'll be losing some strength on your second or third set. Okay, that's why if let's say I maintain this weight, most likely I won't be able to hit 13 reps. Okay, if I can miss, I wasn't really pushing to true failure in my first set. Okay, but I still have a lot of room to play with. So even if I lose 5 reps of strength, I'll still be well within my 8 to 12 rep range. Okay, so let's see. I'll be resting, okay, enough to let my heart rate go down a little before doing the next set. But very good set. Okay, let's go. Whew. Okay. Oh, easy. Whew. Okay. 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 9 reps. Okay. So, honestly, not a bad result at all. Alright, so I just checked my notes. The last time I did this weight was about 1 month ago. Okay, I managed to do 2 sets. First set 7 reps, second set 8 reps. Okay, then I hurt my back, so I had to lay off pushing with full intensity. Now I'm 100% back, right? So even though 1 month of not training legs to full capacity, okay, strength still can increase. That's why it's more about longevity when it comes to training, right? So
Usually, when there's such a big drop in the discrepancy, I think one more, I can technically still go for one more set, right? But it will be unlikely whether I can hit to the 8 to 12 rep range, okay? But I think it's still okay. Okay, at least I get 6, I'm more than happy. Right, maybe I just need to rest slightly longer. So I think, yeah, we shall see. But I think I will be doing maybe one more set with this weight before moving on to the next exercise. Okay, let me rest. Talk to you guys later. Okay, so here's the plan. I will be maintaining this weight, right? But I have a minimum goal of at least 6 reps. So if I don't hit 6 reps, okay, what I'm going to do is I'll be doing a drop set, okay, to hit as many reps to failure, okay? So, but I'm very confident I will get at least 6 reps, okay? So, let's see. Okay, let's go. Whew. So, make sure your feet are even, okay? Don't want to have any imbalance. Oh, okay. Oh. Come on, baby. Okay. Okay, come on. Okay. Oh. Okay. Whew, that was good. Oh. Nice. No need to do any drop set. Okay. So next exercise is the pendulum. Okay, so for this, I'll be doing slightly narrow stance to hit the outer sweep, right? So even though our legs is fully warm, right, I still like to do one warm-up set just to get used to the movement, right? So it's more for a warm-up for your nervous system. Okay, so about shoulder width. Okay, narrow stance. So for this warm-up set, just 8 to 12 reps, just to get a feel of the movement. Okay, let's go. Okay, same thing, as deep as possible. Yeah. Adjust something. Let's add some weight. Okay, first working set. Okay, anywhere between 8 to 20 reps, I'm happy. Okay. 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 Oh. Okay. 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 So realistically, I could have gotten maybe 1 to 2 more reps, right? But I was unsure, right? So I just chose to rack it So there's two ways you can go around it, right? So the reason why I rack it was because my goal rep range was around 8 to 20, right? So I got 10. So that is towards the low end of the rep range I want to hit, right? So if I want to clock more volume on this machine, right, most likely I cannot really go to all out to failure. That's why I rack it at 10. If I were to go for the 11, let's say if I get it or I fail, most likely the next set, I'll not be able to get 8 reps, which means I need to drop the weight. Okay? If let's say I do that way, most likely I'll call it at 1 set or maybe do 1 back off set and call it a day. But since today is more quad focused, I want to accumulate more volume. Right, that's why I cut it at 10. Most likely if I rest and do 1 more set, I'll be able to hit at least 8 reps. So let's just see. Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay. Okay, fuck. Oh. Okay. So I failed and got stuck at the bottom, right? So what this means is normally when this happens, it's a good sign to move on to the next exercise, right? Especially when you're in a deficit. You just want to train hard enough so that you maintain the muscle. Okay, without bulking, maybe I'll drop the weight and go for 1 high rep set and get another set to failure. But since I'm in a deficit, this is good enough for me. Okay? So if just now I were to be able to get that rep up, right, I will go for 1 more set and then make sure I will achieve this kind of failure set. Okay, so let's say on the third set I still can get 10 or even 12 reps somehow. Okay, I will, despite how unlikely I feel that I will be able to get the last rep, I'll still try. So the goal is to make sure I end that set exactly like this. Okay, so let's move on. Leg extensions. Okay, so for leg extension, the plan is to do pyramid style sets. So what this means, the rep range will be anywhere from 6 to 20. Starting with lightweight, I'll just keep doing 20 reps and then keep increasing the weight all the way until I hit 6 reps. So that's the goal. Okay, so let me adjust it. Look at the max. Okay, so same thing. Just do a couple of warm-up sets. Okay, too light. Okay, first set, 20 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, 18. So that's the first set. Next set, increase weight. And same thing. Okay. Okay. So, if you notice, I'm not taking any of my sets to failure, right? Because I want to save some energy for the top set.
But the time you no energy, actually use
Okay.
I see how you correct, but I do like no heavy.
Okay. So it doesn't matter how many sets I do. End of the day, the goal is just to hit one set at a heavy rep range, around 6 reps. Okay. Okay, getting close. Maybe 1 or 2 more. Okay. So I'm also resting very short in between sets, about a minute. Let's go. Okay, beautiful. One more. Should be done. If you notice, I'm also going slower as I increase the weight because you want to have a little bit more control so that you don't get injured. Okay. 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 So that was the last set. So you can see I barely got like 3 good reps in, right? So what I did was I did some partials to 6 reps. And then since I didn't get 6 reps, my same principle apply. I'll do a drop set. Okay. But even the drop set, I still was not able to get enough reps in, right? So I did another couple of partials to really end it off. Okay, so this is just an example how I train. Okay, so if you can lift heavy weights, good, right? Lift as heavy as possible. That will make sure you retain as much muscle as you can during this cut. But if you cannot, bump up the intensity. So in this session, I did both, right? So started with the hack squat, which was the heavy kind of movements. Then for the pendulum and the leg extension, it was more volume and hard. Okay, so 3 good exercises should be more than enough, right? Usually I'll do like hamstrings after this. Okay, but since they are sore, then I won't. There's no point. So most probably just do some adductors and abductors. Okay, then call it a day, right? Today, slightly more low volume, but like I said, I'm more intuitive and adaptive. So I usually just listen to my body. Right? If I feel that it's not recovering enough, then I'll scale back down on the volume. If I feel that I can handle more, okay, then I'll go for it. So no set structure or whatsoever. It's more of listen to your body and train hard. So most likely for this, same thing, pyramid set or straight sets. Most likely pyramid sets. Okay, go as wide as possible. Okay, get a nice good stretch. Make sure to control this movement. You don't want to be pulling a groin. Okay. Good. Okay. 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 Okay, one more. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Fuck. Oh. Ooh. Oh, okay. Same principle. Okay. Okay, now for the adductors. Okay, so I think for this I'll do straight sets. So what it means is I'll just keep doing 12 reps until I find a weight that I cannot do 12. And I'll do 3 sets. Okay, so okay. Okay. So although this was a relatively good set, but I still did 12 reps, so that's not considered as one set. Okay, so increase again, and then most likely the next set will be the first working set. Okay, too heavy. So ideally I want to be around the 8 to 12 rep range, right? So barely got 8. So drop 1 plate and then this should be a good way for the next 2 sets. Okay. Perfect. A bit heavy, but still right where I want it. Okay. So usually for straight sets, right? Sometimes I like to make some slight adjustments for one of the sets, right? So just now, I was doing all the sets like this, right? With my legs quite far apart, right? So now I'm going to come in a bit closer and see if it targets a different part of the glutes, right? Okay, last set. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So way heavier. Didn't get 6. Do a drop set. Cinch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And that is it for the leg workout. So this can be like, let's say if you're doing dumbbell chest, right? So if it's straight sets, means the weight is not so heavy. You can do maybe like your last set with a neutral grip, okay, which is heavier. So your last set is, you'll be pushing significantly way harder than your first 2 sets. And also it hits like a different part of the muscle. So that's it for legs.